In Graham's casebook this week...
No!
Teddy and Fudge, two super strength Labradors.
No!
Too dangerous to walk.
All right. You're shaking, little man.
Stanley, a grief-stricken terrier...
Who is it?
...whose owners are struggling to cope.
I feel like that's my fault.
And Graham meets his match.
Oh my God, Peggy!
With Peggy, a cunning escape artist.
I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. Sorry. I don't think you can train her.
Over the past 10 years, Graham's travelled the country, helping owners get their dogs more disciplined.
I do things that make sense to real people. It's got to be okay to tell your dog off because they've got to understand when they've got it wrong as well as when they've got it right. From time to time, all of us need to know when we got it wrong.
Graham's first house call is to the Hevingham family in Surrey, whose lawless Labradors are out of control.
Teddy, no! Teddy!
This is Fudge. So Fudge is 2, and this is her brother, Teddy. Teddy is 1. Very, very much follows his sister and does all the naughty things that she encourages him to do. Come on!
They've destroyed it, like everything else.
There's no jumping.
No, get out!
6 years ago, owner Alana had a major back operation and was advised to keep active.
We got the dogs really to kind of encourage rehabilitation, really, to kind of go for walks and get back on my feet.
They love going for a walk. Yeah, it's the highlight of their day.
And what better way to keep mobile than walking a dog, or even 2?
Wait. Oh my God! No! What?
I'm sure they've got the horsepower of like a small car. When they want to go for something, that's it, they go.
I just end up tethering myself to something so that I can have a break. Because I can't keep going. Come on!
And these 2 tearaways are a big concern for the whole family.
I'm worried about my mum's back more than anything and them, like, pulling her over.
Oh my God! He's just pulled me across the floor, so, yeah.
Alana lives in fear her labs will leave her with a serious injury.
No! I learned to kind of expect that. Kind of. You just, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just can never relax.
But help is on its way, and it's a problem Graham's very familiar with.
I've got a Labrador cross myself, and when she came to us, she could pull like an absolute train. So that's taken quite a bit of work to get her to walk nicely.
First, Graham wants to experience their behaviour behind closed doors.
Who's that?
Hello.
Hello.
Alana, hi. Nice to meet you. Oh, shall I come in, sorry?
Yes, sneak through.
Right, hello, you two.
Hello.
Right, hello. Oh, hello.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Blimey. Right, oh, God, yeah. Blimey,
please, watch your nose. Yeah.
What do you normally do when this happens then?
I try and lock them away or grab them. So come on. Come on. Oh, right, okay. Come on.
Right. Wait, go on. In you go.
Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Come, blimey.
No. You're gonna sit down. Yep.
To get to the bottom of a problem, Graham likes to sit calmly and discuss it with the owner.
Well, oh, blimey.
Just sit down, Teddy.
Oi.
Teddy.
Teddy?
Teddy.
But with these 2 ignoring Alana's attempts to control them,
Teddy. 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 Teddy.
that's easier said than done.
Teddy.
But this is quite normal, is it?
Yeah. Teddy likes to be in your face and
Yeah.
he likes to come and say hello.
Yeah.
Teddy, you're going to sit down.
So I knew that there was a problem with walking, but I didn't know those dogs, they have no idea of what the rules and boundaries are in that house. What are the rules in your house when it comes to the dogs?
Well, they're not allowed upstairs.
Right?
They're allowed to sit on the sofa.
Right.
They'll kind of sit and wait patiently for food.
Okay. Well, that's the one thing we've got.
Yeah, I know. It kind of feels like I'm clutching at straws, really.
Yeah, I know. These are lovely dogs, but they've got no manners. There's a little secret to know, which is dogs hate to be off balance. So if we nudge them off balance, and we're not talking about anything brutal, we're putting in this isn't what I wanted sort of feeling.
Once they're off balance, the dogs need a clear command and praise when they're grounded.
At the same time, we're saying a new command, which is just off, simple as that. And the face that goes with it, of course, is that, I wouldn't if I were you. Okay. But while those paws are on the ground, we can get to praise them. Okay. So from no, off, you know, we go to, oh, good, that's very nice, right?
Graham shows Alana how it's done.
Come on, you two. Hello. Hello. No. Hello. Off. Good boy. That's very... Off. Good. Good boy. Oh, that's very good. Now, he's learned that quite quickly.
With a clear command and a nudge, it's taken Graham just minutes to bring this delinquent duo into line.
So they're not calm, but they've got the paws on the ground. Oh, good girl.
Now Alana's been shown the way, it's her turn to take control. And the kids returning home allow her to put Graham's training to the test.
Hello, I'm Graham. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hiya, you all right? We put the dogs in the conservatory for the minute. Should we let them in?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we rather should we? Come on, you two, the kids are home.
Hello.
But can Alana show this disobedient pair who's in charge?
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Off.
Well done.
Off.
Good. That's very good. So how was that compared to normal?
I think they both did really well. I've never seen them that calm before, to be honest.
Yeah, that's really good, isn't it?
With clear commands and plenty of praise, Teddy and Fudge now know there's a new boss in town.
What we need to fix next, of course, is the walking.
Oh, God.
Knowing Alana's frightened of getting injured, Graham's got it covered.
OK, so if I click that on like that, you see, then as we're walking, if need be, I can put the lock in and I've got you.
I do feel really anxious about it, but I understand that we have to show Graham the behaviour, but it's still stressful.
Oh, right.
Yes, I can't. He's just running. He's just running.
This is what you do, you just run. This is an out-of-control situation where two dogs are taking a lady for a drag. You look like the water skiers.
I know.
There we go. Oh, we're off.
Oh, God.
And we're off. Oh! This is a ticking time bomb because if Alana's pulled over in the wrong direction, that's going to lead to a serious injury. I mean, look at him go. Do you want me to take over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's enough.
Realising this isn't a problem he can fix in a day, Graham wants Alana to spend some time working on her confidence and control indoors, whilst he comes up with a plan.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Bye.
See ya. The stakes are very high, so I need to really think about how I frame this training, how I do it, so that we don't in any way put her in danger.
It's a new day, and Graham's off to Cambridgeshire to see a dog he's been told is untrainable. Escape artist Peggy.
Oh my God, Peggy! No!
Peggy's constantly giving owner Sarah and daughter Jodie the runaround.
You left the window open. Don't blame me, it's your dog. Peggy, come on this way.
The more they call her back,
Peggy, this way.
the faster she runs.
Anything she can jump up and get her paws over, she can scramble over. I've never seen anything like it.
Peggy, come on this way. Oh, she's gone.
And once she's gone, you just can't catch her.
Where is she? I can't see her.
I don't know, Mum.
At that point, you either have to wait for her to come back 3 or 4 hours later, or wait for someone to pick her up and ring you.
Peg!
If Peg's not enjoying the great outdoors, she's making house calls.
What are you doing? Hey? She frightens my little cat to death.
Oh, no.
She's an absolute minx, that's what she is. She thinks everybody is her friend.
I spend my time apologising and thank you for bringing her back and thank you for calling me.
It's a pleasure when she comes round, but it's a pleasure when she goes.
I make a point of telling people she's not my dog, she's my mum's dog.
On or off the lead, Peggy has one thing on her mind.
Peggy, come back this way, that's naughty.
She just wants to hunt.
Peggy, out of
Get
there.
out of there! She likes to explore holes.
I would love to be able to let her off the lead. Peggy, wait.
Once she sniffs out her prey, she's unstoppable.
Like you can see how I'm literally having to hold myself. Peggy, come here. See, this is what she's like if she gets on the scent. No, come here. No. And I'd love her to be able to come when she's called. Peggy. Peggy. Right, no, wait.
This is absolutely mission impossible to train this dog.
Some dogs just do want to bolt out the home. It's really difficult with terriers to get them to recall, to come back to you successfully. The biggest worry when a dog runs off is being knocked over by cars. It's a miracle, frankly, that Peggy's not hurt herself yet.
To stop Peggy bolting, Graham needs to know more about what triggers it.
Hello. Oh, right, okay.
Sorry.
This is Peggy.
I can't let go of her.
Sarah, nice to meet you. Hello. Yeah. So, what do we think's in the mix with Peggy?
Her dad was just a little terrier. Her mother was a cross between an Airedale and a Retriever.
Does she do much retrieving?
No.
No. She does a lot of what terriers do then,
Yes.
does she?
Her scent drive is so strong.
Right.
And she just goes.
And when she does bolt, you can't get her back.
Exactly. So it is the recall.
How long's she away for?
Anywhere between 2 and 4 hours.
Are you winding me up? When you've been away, she's been gone 8 hours before.
Has she?
Yeah.
Where's she go for 8 hours?
Up the woods. My worst fear is just losing her totally, really.
Well, I need to see the problem. So I've got something in my bag, which is about 20 metres worth of long line. What I want to do is just put this on her so that she can't really escape. And then I want you to just like open the door and let's just see what this is like. And then do your best to get her back.
The long line technique means Peggy should feel free to roam.
I'm stood out here just waiting for Sarah to open the door. And there are 2 things I'm looking for. One is the dog behaviour, but more importantly, I want to see what Sarah does to try and get her back.
Come on, Peggy.
Come here, back in.
Come on, this way. Come on, Peggy. You come. Good girl. Come on. Come on, in. Come on, Peggy. Come on, good girl. Come on, Peggy.
Go on, Peggy.
Come on. No, Peggy.
She's not listening at all to Mum. And off they go now down the lane.
Oh, she's gone. Gone.
Peggy! Come on!
Come, Peggy, this way. Come on. Come on, walkies. Come on.
Well, as you can hear, it's Peggy this way, come on, all the rest of it, and clearly not listening. So how long does this normally last for?
Hours.
In the middle of a bramble patch.
As Graham works out why Peggy's not responding,
Peggy, come on, good girl.
it seems Jodie's read his mind.
How is that a good girl? She's going in, brambles, stinging herself, going, there's a good girl. There's
you're right.
nothing good about that. She's taking the mick out of her.
It is, yeah. Well, Sarah and Jodie both clearly got their own ideas about how to do things. But here's the thing, neither of them can control that dog. You got her?
After a tangle in the brambles, it's time for some home truths.
Well, that was a disaster. There's something you said to me, and it was about your mum saying good girl.
Peggy will be doing something naughty, and because you want to get close to her, you're like, oh, there's a good girl.
Fair comment?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I don't realise I'm doing it.
You miss timing the good girl. So quite often when she's being naughty at a given point, the dog just goes, oh, good girl. Trouble is, it's not funny though, is it? Because one day, if you're not careful, Peggy might not come back.
We just got told off, I think. It was really hard not to laugh. Do you know what it was like being in front of the headmaster?
You need a system to work to. We need a system for walking out the door, and we need a system for getting her back. And you practice them, you'll see an improvement.
I totally understand where you're coming from. Totally get it. But I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
I don't think you can train her.
I'm feeling the pressure here because if I can't show them some improvement today, I'll walk back down that drive and they'll be thinking, well, that was a waste of time.
Graham wants to begin by tackling Peggy's recall.
Peggy! Come on! Come, Peggy, this way, come on!
starting by simplifying what they say to get her back.
So, first of all, we need a command, don't we? So, what would you say?
What, to Peggy?
Yeah,
Peggy here.
you need to stick to that. Because if it starts being, come here, Peggy, Peggy, come here, wait, oi, well, you know, you did this yesterday, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
But in Peggy's case, a command might not be enough.
Habits are funny things, and whether you're a dog or a human, it's the same. They come from practicing something again and again and again.
To get Peggy into the habit of returning, Graham's using a 20-metre training line.
Come on, you. Let's encourage her to mooch about.
With a command,
Peggy, here.
followed by a flick of the line,
Oh, good girl. What's this?
she's
Clever
recalled.
girl. There you go.
Once she's returned, she gets her favourite treat, a sausage. Every time Peggy runs to Graham,
Peggy, here.
he reels the line in and runs
clever
back,
girl, that's
turning it into a
super.
fun game.
Super. Where I want them to get to is that one day, automatically and without the long line, when they call her back, she just comes. There's your dog. Right, off you go. Let's put it all together.
Peggy here? Clever girl. Come on.
And then
Peggy
here.
seems to be responding, but there's a hitch.
Come on, here, Peggy, here.
now you're in a mess. Sarah got a bit flustered. She forgot to bring the line back in. All you're going to do is strip it back in big, long lead lengths behind you and just throw it behind you as you go.
Peggy here? Peggy
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Clever
super.
girl. Clever girl.
A dog that once ignored her owners is now happy to come back.
And you brought your lead back. Well done.
And with each attempt, Peggy's obedience grows.
Peggy here?
Oh, well done.
Clever girl.
I'm surprised. That's good.
Yeah. The fact that she's acknowledging me and came bounding back towards me, that is a result in itself.
Sarah looked over the moon the first time she called Peggy and she came straight back because there's that instant recognition. It's like, oh, my dog does want to run to me.
I'm quite shocked, really. I think I owe him a bit of an apology for doubting him so much.
Clever girl. He kind of got instant results.
It is a bit annoying.
It is a bit annoying.
Obviously, we want it to be a success, but it's sort of like, are you winding me up?
I hope she's just not lulling us into a false sense of security.
With Peggy's recall training in place, Graham can turn his attention to her escaping antics.
Peggy, come on this way! Oh, she's gone!
By creating an uncrossable boundary, in this case, a doormat.
When I open the door, if she goes to move, I'm going to use a bit of body language to block and get her to move backwards. This is the no-go area for the dog. We're going to start not with the door fully open, we're going to make it a bit easier and just have it just a crack open. If she goes forward towards the door, she gets in trouble. When she moves back, off the doormat, she gets praise. So, what's that then? No. Now, she didn't cross the line there, but she was about to. So I had to be quick and block. Cover it. Good girl. What do you reckon? Good girl, that's super. Now, if I walk out, what would happen? No. Good girl. Super. Notice I'm not saying stay and holding my hand and walking backwards.
Just
It's
going,
really
body
clear,
language.
really simple. Clever girl. Good. Clever girl. That's super.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Graham.
But will this little bolter stay put when Sarah tries?
Do your worst.
Wait.
Right, so just hold it at that. Good girl, exactly. So you need to go around the other side. That's it, get ready. And watch her. That's it. Be ready to step in if you have to. You can tell a good girl, because at the moment this is good girl.
That is really good girl.
That's
Clever
it.
girl.
Now take a step out the door.
Good
That's
girl.
it.
Wait.
That's it.
Clever girl.
Take a step back again. Hey, this is really good. Keep going. Keep an eye on her though. Good girl. And then
Good
without
girl.
rushing. Right, shut the door. Super. How did that feel?
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
Escape artist Peggy now knows her boundaries.
We've come a long way in a day.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just remember, if you think it's going to work, you've got half a chance. If you think it's all going to come crashing down, you'll pretty much make that happen.
Even you said this morning she's untrainable. All my neighbours have said she's untrainable. My dad said she's untrainable.
Right.
So you've come along and you've actually said at the end of the day, this dog is trainable, and I think she's trainable.
You've just got to put the training in.
Because you
With
can
Graham's
spend some
training
time
regime in place,
Cheers.
it's now up to Sarah and Jodie.
Hey, you up for the challenge, Peggy? You up for the challenge?
For over 10 years, master dog trainer Graham Hall's tackled all sorts of problems. Whilst many of the dogs he treats are unruly and disobedient, his next case is helping a bereaved pet, a subject close to home.
I'm just looking at a few pictures of Axel and Gordon, my two Rotties, bless them. They've passed on now, you know, but this one's a sad one really, because it's the last picture I've got of Gordon. We didn't know it at the time, but he was quite ill, bless him. But it's nice to be able to help other dogs that are going through, well, really what Gordon went through when we lost Axel. I think to some extent, for the sake of the other dog, you've kind of got to do business as usual. And if you can be as normal as possible, I'm convinced it speeds things up.
In Blackpool, grieving cairn terrier Stanley is suffering from panic attacks.
Hello, come in.
It's all right.
Please excuse the dog. Be careful. Get in, boy. Get in. Good boy.
Stanley, it's okay. Stanley, come on.
Leave him. He'll come down in a minute. He always barks like. All right. Come on this way.
It's all right. It's all right, Stanley.
Come here. Okay. Sorry about that. This is Stanley. We've had him for about 4.5 years. If someone comes in, it could be 10-15 minutes before he'll stop.
It's all right. It's okay, isn't it?
Little Art's going 10 to the dozen. He suffers from stress. He doesn't enjoy himself the way he used to.
When the Wilkinsons first got Stanley, he was a totally different dog.
Our Westie at the time, Sweep, took him under her wing and they were inseparable.
Everything was great, they loved each other, it was all going well, and then sadly Sweep got a short illness last year. Unfortunately, she didn't make it.
Since then, he's not the same dog. He's lost his leader and he doesn't seem to be able to cope anymore.
Since losing Sweep, the slightest thing terrifies this little terrier.
He can be set off by a noise miles away that we can't hear, noises in the garden.
You can close a cupboard in the kitchen and he'll bark in the front room so he's heard a bang.
Stanley.
Without his best friend by his side,
Stanley.
poor Stanley can't cope with the outside world.
So when we're out and we're coming into like a busy area, you can sense the change in him.
Stanley, come on. He's a good boy. He's okay.
He just panics. He doesn't know what to do.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
It's as though he just can't cope in certain situations because he always looked to Sweep and he'd see Sweep calm and think, well, this is okay.
Come on, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. I know. Come on.
It's all right. Come on. It's all right. Look. Go into the pram. It's all right. It's all right.
He struggles that much and then you end up getting stressed and then Lily normally gets upset when he gets really stressed.
It's all right. Don't cry. We're going to the zebra crossing, yeah?
In the end, you just think, well, this isn't a fun family day out, so we might as well go.
With little Stan in fear as soon as he leaves home, family holidays are a write-off.
Stanley? We don't get much fun stuff and like family time together because of how stressed he is.
Look at it.
I go on holiday with my daughter on my own, separately.
That's the best solution. They go on holiday, I stay here with him, and everyone's a winner.
With their terrified terrier showing no signs of getting over his loss, they're desperate for Graham's help.
The first thing I want to understand today is whether or not Susan and Lee are doing the right things, because as humans, we can absolutely make this a bit better, or indeed, a bit worse.
The family feel the way they handle Sweep's death is a big part of the problem.
We put Stanley outside when we took her to the vets, and Lee said, just let him see Sweet. And I said, no, she's going to be all right. And unfortunately, Sweet didn't come back from the vets. He couldn't understand why she'd gone. She'd just not come back.
So I feel like that's my fault. Because maybe if he'd have seen her, then he could have picked up something, and that might have helped with why she didn't come back.
Graham, good morning.
Yes, Billy.
Yeah,
Hiya.
pleased to meet you. Hello
Nice to
there.
meet you.
Come in, please.
Thank you very much. Where's the patient?
Okay, so this is Stanley.
Come on, boy. In you come.
No, just
Come on. In.
Right.
Good boy.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. Tell you what, let me grab a space
Okay.
and we'll have a chat. So, oh dear, he's on edge, isn't he? So
Yeah.
how long's he been like this then?
12 months really since we lost our Westie Sweep.
Yeah, effectively,
Yeah.
he's lost his surrogate mum. It
Yeah.
would be one way of putting it, you know.
Who's he looking up to now then?
I'd like to say us. We try our best.
In order to help
I'd love to
Stanley,
see
Graham wants
what
to
he
see
was
just
like,
how badly
you know,
he
with
misses
Sweep.
Sweep.
What's this then? What's this?
So this is Sweep.
Stanley. Who's that? Who is it? Oh, look. Do you know, he knows. And then he went and he had a little sniff and went, it's not the real thing. Bless him. He really does miss her, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, seeing that?
Hard. It kind of prolongs it in a sense because he's not coping.
So you can't move on because he
No.
can't move on.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to him because if we weren't to fix it, I think the evidence is there that, you know, it could get worse. And I don't want that to continue. Lovely.
The first step to fixing it is seeing how Stanley copes when he's outside.
Right, I brought you down the prom because I want to see what he's like in public. And I'll be honest, I want to see how you're reacting as well. So it's just really important for me that you just do your normal thing.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
Come on. Stanley,
Come on, boy. Come on. We'll pick him up a little bit.
Pick him up then. Come on. You might be all right here. He's
Try him
got
again
round the
now.
corner.
Come on.
Right, come on.
As we're getting nearer to people, he's beginning to get more anxious, bless him.
It's okay. It's okay. Stanley, it's okay. Stanley, come on. Stanley, come on, it's okay.
He's scared, bless him, and he's panicking. So he's going backwards, he's looking panicky, they're looking panicky, and nothing about that situation is going to reassure him.
It's okay, Stanley, it's okay.
See, as soon as you stop, though.
It's okay. Stanley, it's okay.
Come on.
But Graham spotted the family's attempts to calm little Stan
Come on, it's okay.
Yeah.
See, it's fine.
are having the opposite effect.
Every time he's barking and he's looking anxious and they're saying it's all right, in effect they're saying it's all right to be anxious like this.
It's all right,
Come on.
it's all right. See, come on, we're moving.
And Graham's keeping a secret count.
It's all right. Stanley, come on. Come on, sweetheart. It's okay.
Just gonna wonder what it's doing to his little heart as well, though, because he's clearly distressed, you know.
Come on. You okay? Oh, little boy, it's okay. Okay.
Shaking, little man.
They're doing quite a lot of things wrong. That sounds like bad news, but to me it's good news because if I've seen things that are wrong, I can fix it. Essentially what's happening is he is feeling that grief, you know, and his way of expressing that is by getting anxious, bless him.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to cope with it. And actually you're making it worse. Every time he gets particularly bad, you're trying to calm him down. So you're saying, all right, it's all right, right, okay, good boy sometimes, and come on in a nice voice. Now, unbeknownst to you, I was counting the number of times on a little counter. 42 times. In effect, you rewarded him for being anxious.
I'm surprised it's 42.
I think you do it without thinking.
Graham's solution is devastatingly simple.
When he cries and he whimpers and he's scared, I am asking you to ignore that. You need to do nothing. And don't pick him up, because a lot of the time you pick him up and give him a cuddle just at its worst.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Right.
How's that feel?
Hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Can you do it?
Yeah, if it makes him better, I can do anything.
You're going to have to. It's not going to be easy. It's very difficult to ignore your baby when he's crying.
Graham wants to show Susan and Lee how it's done, but will his technique keep Stanley's panic attacks at bay?
Come on, young man. Stanley. Boy, that's better. What's going on in the shopping centre then? Not a lot. Ah, good lad.
By praising him and leading the way,
No.
Stanley walks calmly.
Not even looking for us. Stanley, your mum and dad are here. You're not bothered? No.
Come on then. Yeah, good boy.
So, definitely us then.
Very good. Well, how's that compared to normal?
totally different. Normally, he's like,
Yeah.
no, don't take me away from mum and dad. And he was like, just off into the distance.
See you, Mum.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to
He's
be
a lot
here.
better than
Yeah.
you.
There's something else. I'm walking along the street looking like I'm the king of Blackpool, really, just calm, all's well with the world. And it's rubbing off on him because he's starting to go, oh, well, if you think it's all right, just like he did with Sweet. What Susan and Lee need to do is to remember not to tense up and start to lose your posture. They'll need to think, this is okay, I can deal with this, even if they're not quite sure. I've had an idea. I'm going to get you to do this without the dog. I want you to walk from here towards the Winter Gardens and back again, in the manner of the Queen of Blackpool, elegant and tall, and I know what I'm doing, all's well with the world.
See you later then.
See ya, Queen of Blackpool.
Okay.
Well, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
She can do it without a dog. She looks like a model on the catwalk walking towards us now.
We'll go that far. She looks good, yeah, she looks good.
Marvellous, yes. Yes, thank you so much, yes. You can see the point I'm making.
Yeah.
That's the picture you need to be sending out as you're walking around. So we convince him that actually he's with somebody who knows what they're doing. He's your little loyal subject.
With Susan finding her confidence, will Stanley follow in her footsteps?
I know it's not going to be easy. I've just got to keep myself in check now, to remember to stay calm and show I'm in control.
On you go.
She's not focusing on him, is she? She's
No,
just focusing on what
what she's doing now is going, I'm going that way, young man. You're with me.
With Susan remaining calm and confident.
Oh, Stanley, you've been such a good boy.
Her once panicked pooch is totally chilled.
I do feel confident. I was just making sure about the dog there, but he's not barked. And I just can't believe it.
Hey, this is great.
You've been a good boy.
Right, come back to me here then.
I was channeling the inner queen.
Oh, there you go.
I felt in control, strangely enough.
Did he pull at all?
It did a little bit. I felt myself starting to go a bit because I clocked a dog.
Yes.
So I clocked the dog and I thought, no,
Yeah.
keep calm.
Well done.
And he didn't bark. Him not being in a mad state of panic and barking and creating is unbelievable.
And the more you practice this stuff, the more he'll just get it. The world's changed. These two know what they're doing. I'll stay with them and that's fine. And then we'll get him over it.
It's now for us to put that into practice, which we will. I'll remember my inner queen.
We've all lost people and we've lost dogs, and it is very upsetting. But you know, for those of us who are left behind, life does move on. And today I've been able to help some lovely people and a lovely little dog to do just that. Does he still miss Sweet? Yeah, of course he does. But has he got somebody else to look up to now? Absolutely. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Put it there.
I can hug you.
Well done, of course you can. Well done, darling. You did really well. Thank you very much. Lee, it's a pleasure. Bye-bye, Stanley. Have a nice life. You've been a good boy today.
You've been a superstar, Stanley.
Graham's back in Surrey to finish his toughest challenge of the week. Helping Alana, who has a chronic back problem, walk Teddy and Fudge safely. Any more falls could leave her permanently injured.
You just can never relax.
I've had a fairly sleepless night because I've been thinking about how I'm going to work this. Two things: I mustn't do anything that means she's likely to fall over, but also she's quite anxious, understandably, and I don't want to push her out of her comfort zone. I mean, let's make no mistake, this ain't easy.
On his last visit, Graham taught Alana how to bring her dastardly duo into line.
Well done.
Graham's keen to see if she's managed to keep control.
You're going to be good. You're going to sit. Hi.
Hello again, you're right.
Welcome.
Hi.
Come on in.
Hi. Thank you. Hello, you two.
Hello.
Remember me? Oh, well done.
Off.
That's it. Good. Hey, that's better. Well, I'm glad they're pleased to see me. She's still jumping a bit, and he didn't jump at all.
Yeah, it feels like they're listening to me. So it feels actually like now if I want them to do certain things, I feel like I can actually get the results. Yeah, it's definitely given me more confidence.
The big test, of course, is today, so we need to get out and teach them to walk nicely so that you can do it.
I'm nervous because I don't really know how to manage both of the dogs, so excited and nervous at the same time.
Graham starts with a tip which could drastically reduce Teddy and Fudge's pulling power.
Come on.
By ditching the harnesses Alana's been using to walk them.
Harnesses can be useful for some dogs, but I think in your case it's part of the problem because in effect it just harnesses the power so they can kind of lean forward, breathe very nicely, thank you much, thank you very much, and off we go. But you will have a lot more control with a collar. We moved from a harness to a collar because it gave us a bit more control and the dog's less ability to pull.
No.
Oh, well done.
Graham wants Alana to adapt the training she used indoors, where a nudge and a clear command helped her gain control. Outdoors, the nudge will be replaced with a lead technique.
I'll send a little flick down through the collar, you know, but I'm also going to use my voice to tell him when he's got it wrong. It's as simple as saying no if necessary. However, if he's walking nicely in the right place, I'll be praising him.
With Alana low on confidence, Graham wants to get her to walk one dog properly and to show her how he's going to demonstrate with Teddy.
Right, off we go. Come on, you. Good boy. Wait, come on. Never mind Fudge, you're with me.
The moment Teddy shows the slightest hint of not following Graham's lead, he's put back on track.
Come on. Good boy. Now that correction was the lightest of flicks there. All I'm doing is really using my thumb and a forefinger just to go, oi.
He looks so subservient, like...
If I stop, he's stopping. And if I move, he moves. Good boy.
When Teddy has another turn...
Yeah! Shall we go a bit quicker?
This lab that once dictated the pace gives Graham complete control.
It's ridiculous. He's just running with him. It's just ridiculous.
With Teddy transformed, Graham wants to see if Alana can handle Fudge.
What Alana needs to do is she needs to stay relaxed because if she's not relaxed, the dog won't be. So every time you've got the dogs on lead and you're ready to go, just check, you know. What am I like? Oh yeah, I need to relax a bit. And my arm's dangling, then you can walk.
When it came to my turn, I really was nervous because I'm constantly thinking, is something going to come and they're going to take me by surprise? No. Good girl, Fudgy. No. No.
Oh, now it's all gone horribly wrong. Fudge pulled across to one side. There's obviously an interesting smell in the verge just there. And it was just like 2 or 3 seconds, really, before she did anything. And then finally, she got back on track.
But as the walk goes on...
No. Good girl, Fudgy.
Alana's confidence and control improves.
That was really good. There was one bit she pulled across to the grass verge.
Yeah.
But it was, 2, 3 seconds before you reacted.
Yeah. I can tell that she's a little bit more hesitant to do what I want her to, but she's definitely responded.
The message really is, I'll tell you when it's time to have a sniff and a wee and all of those things that dogs do. But if I'm walking, I'm walking. Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure how that was going to go because Alana wasn't at all confident this morning, but you know that was good. She was calm and controlled. So I think it's time to up the ante. Right, second dog. There you go. So that's it.
Okay.
So when you're ready, yes, just walk through him, and off we go. Right. Okay. Over to you.
No.
That's it. Well done.
No. Teddy's amazing. He's picked it up straight away. Fudge still needs a little bit of reminding. No. No.
Alana, she's struggling to do it right sometimes because it's all new to her and she's a bit nervous still, of course.
No.
But she's determined now and that counts for a lot.
No. Good girl.
Only days ago, it was Teddy and Fudge setting the pace.
Wait.
Dragging Alana all around town.
And the difference is that now it's Mum who's going where she wants and the speed she wants. Happier?
Yeah.
It feels amazing, really. I don't think I can remember a time where I've been able to just walk them without any problems at all.
After I've gone, you probably shouldn't go straight to walking the two dogs together. I think, yes, he's going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And she's quite determined.
Yeah.
But you're a more determined lady than she is a dog.
I'll definitely listen to what Graham said and I'll take it one at a time and start trying to build my confidence with them. I'm really excited to take them out, to show the kids and then to say, well, we can all do this together as a family.
In Blackpool, anxious Stanley still misses Sweep, but his panic attacks are a thing of the past.
It's like having a different dog to what we had before.
Now we can go on like trips to the lakes and we can go on holiday.
Good boy.
In Cambridgeshire, runaway Peggy's obedience is getting better by the day.
Clever girl.
And in Surrey, Teddy and Fudge are showing real signs of improvement, and Alana's confidence continues to grow.
Fudgy, good girl. Good girl.
It's the start of the working week for Graham Hall, who travels the country coming to the rescue of desperate dog owners.
Let's go up here, shall we?
Before hitting the road, he wants to stretch his legs with his Labrador, Lily.
Good girl. What I do is dog training for real people in real situations. Some other professionals think I'm wrong. I do believe that it's okay to tell a dog, no, it's how you do it that counts. Come on, then.
Right, and then
This week's appointments include a Manchester Terrier who's become more than a woman's best friend,
It's not like I sleep naked in bed with my dog.
a Pug Chihuahua cross with dangerous road rage,
I need to stop this. Right, whoa, that's enough.
and an unruly Irish Terrier causing chaos in a family home. Graham's first problem pooch is in Andover, Hampshire.
I'm on my way to see a lady called Rebecca and a dog called Marnie.
It's a case where the boundaries between friend and pet are seriously blurred.
Marnie's a Manchester Terrier and they're quite a rare breed in the UK these days. They're really quick-witted, clever little dogs.
Marnie came into Rebecca's life 4 years ago.
Marnie, come on. Good girl. So Marnie was my husband's choice of dog. She is what I would assume is having a child would be. Requires constant attention.
But when Rebecca and her husband separated, Marnie became more than just a companion.
Marnie's been very loving, I've been getting a lot of emotional support.
And as their relationship blossomed, Marnie grew more and more needy.
She is always following me everywhere. Marnie, good girl.
Marnie demands she spends
Marnie.
every waking
Right, go on in bed.
and sleeping moment with Rebecca.
Marnie's under the covers kind of dog. It sounds so dodgy. It's not like I sleep naked in bed with my dog.
But there's a problem. This up-close and personal relationship leaves little room for anyone else.
I would say she's very possessive. If someone comes in the house, she'll feel like they're threatening her or me.
It does make me nervous. I definitely think her barking puts people off coming over.
If friends go to hug me, she will go to lunge and nip.
Please don't bite me. Nightmare.
Marnie's increasingly possessive behaviour is preventing Rebecca from moving on with her life.
It's quite difficult to build on relationships.
You've got no hope of getting a fella.
I know, right?
Not with Marnie.
Good girl. For her to kind of affect that aspect of my life to bring new people into my home, be it friendship or potential relationships, potential suitors. It's very difficult and off-putting.
Rebecca needs Graham's help to break Marnie's obsessive behaviour.
It just can't go on. I'm at my wit's end.
Can he stop Marnie holding Rebecca back?
Hello. Hello. I'm Graham. You must be Rebecca. Hi.
Come on in.
Thank you. There we go.
Come on.
Dear. Yeah.
Yes, she's like this. That's how she greets the guests.
Right.
Anybody that comes in, this is what she gets like, bless her. Second Marnie.
With Marnie, she's so defensive of Mum. She's given herself this job of the protector. And all the time we're talking, she's growling, and I notice when I move my hand, she's very on edge.
I don't obviously understand what's going through her head.
Graham wants to get to the bottom of Marnie's possessive and obsessive behaviour with joint loo breaks first.
She's straight in.
Yeah.
So I'll try and fish her out. Come on. And then obviously I'll get in the toilet and then she'll be...
Oh, she's all anxious. Oh, you really can't go for a toilet on your own, can you?
Yeah, and then obviously I'll come out and she'll be like, Mum, hello, I haven't seen you in so long.
Graham also needs to understand the couple's bedtime routine.
Oh, that's it, good girl. And she'll just sleep all night.
So she spends all night under the covers with you then?
Yeah, I know.
And what happens when you try and get her off?
Right, off. Off.
Yeah.
That's what she does. Right, and then if I do manage to get her off the beds, she'll come straight back on the beds.
Right. Having a dog in your bed might be comforting, but, well, it can impact on other areas of your life. So if you're trying to set some boundaries or you're trying to meet somebody new, well, it can cause obvious problems, can't it? How long have you had her and what's been going on in your life?
So me and my husband got her, so about 4 years ago. Slowly, she became attached to me.
And what are your dreams for the future then?
We were in the fostering process. Social services had to come and do an assessment on Marnie. You obviously saw what Marnie was like. Mm-hmm. Just bark, 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 bark. They stopped it and they said, look, we can't take this any further unless you get her sorted.
Rebecca was fostered herself and was devastated by this news.
So the only thing stopping you from fostering was Marnie?
Yeah. So since then, obviously, me and my husband have separated. It was so tough. It is still tough. I've cried. I've never spent so much time crying. And it just makes you, it hurts just a little bit more. Just stuff like that.
Where was Marnie's place in this?
Over the last 9 months, she's just been, I suppose, my rock. If I'm feeling sad, she'll just be here and I'll stroke her and talk to her.
Sounds as though it's becoming a problem.
Yeah, no, she has got progressively worse. No one gets past that barking aggression stage.
Graham thinks it's actually Rebecca's behaviour that's fueling Marnie's.
She's encouraging Marnie's neediness because she's stroking the dog all the time. The dog's anxious. This is an example of where if I can fix the dog problems, I can change somebody's life. So there's a lot of pressure. There's an issue here of codependency in effect. You depend on her and she depends on you. And to some extent, it's a nice thing, but it's actually become a big problem.
Yeah.
I think you've overdone it.
Yeah.
She can be your best mate, but you just don't need to be so needy.
Me needy? Have you heard, Marnie?
You're actually creating part of your own problem in that you encourage her when she gets it wrong.
Do I?
Yes, when I came in the door, she's barking at me coming in.
Yeah.
What you were doing was non-stop stroking her. Good girl and stroking her. But the effect that has with the dog is she's barking and she thinks mum's telling her, I love it, good girl.
Yeah, I guess, it makes sense.
And I think you've lent on her quite a lot in terms of, emotional support.
Yeah.
And that's understandable, but I think now you need to move on for both her sake and for yours.
It's quite eye-opening, really, to know that actually I need training. Never mind Marnie, it's just me that needs it.
I think the hardest news for Rebecca to hear was that actually they're both as needy as each other, but that's the nut that we've got to crack.
Their journey to independence begins with bringing an end to their joint toilet breaks.
That's just a little thing that sets them on the right path.
Marnie needs to learn that she only gets attention from Rebecca when she waits outside the loo patiently.
We're going to reward her for staying put. When you come out, if she's looking anxious, I don't want you to reward that anxious behaviour.
Rebecca will first spend a short amount of time in the toilet and then return to reward Marnie only if she's relaxed.
I go, I come back, it's no big deal. If you've been calm, I love it.
Right, good girl.
Yeah, 15 seconds. OK, Rebecca, if you come back now, please. Good girl.
Good girl, Marnie.
That's it.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Now.
Good girl.
That's kind of exactly what I want, but also not, because when you talk rat-a-tat-tat fast, that sort of overexcites dogs. In her case, it's making her a bit anxious. Okay. So instead of being yay, it becomes
like so excited.
Lovely. That's very nice. Let's try it again. Try and push the time a bit more.
With Rebecca now rewarding the right behaviour in the right way, the length of time she spends away from Marnie can increase, this time to 30 seconds.
Good girl.
Then a minute.
Good game, this.
And finally, enough time to spend a penny.
That was about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It gives me more reassurance that it's a fixable problem. So I do realise that the problem it does lie with me as well.
The final test is for Marnie to relax completely outside the toilet. But will they both be able to hold on?
I'm going to disappear into this room and let's do it again.
Sit. Good.
So, she's going for a wander. She's gone into the kitchen. This is better than I thought. I'd like you to come back out, please. She'd given up worrying about you. I was surprised, and it was the best behaviour we've had yet. That looked like a normal dog.
Yeah, it means now I can wee in peace.
Marnie's getting the message, but it seems it may be tougher for Rebecca to let go.
I discovered Graham stroking her, reassuring her. I found that quite difficult because I was just worried, I think, about somebody else, I don't know, getting that emotional closeness to my dog.
And one place Graham wants them to stop being so up close and personal is the bedroom. For the past 4 years, Rebecca's been inviting Marnie into her bed. The next goal in their quest for independence is to sleep separately.
Come on in then, let's see if we can get Marnie in.
For this to work, Marnie needs her own place to rest her head.
Hey, what's this? That's nice.
And Rebecca needs to make Marnie feel safe and comfortable there.
Good girl.
That's it. I'll have a little cuddle with her.
Good girl.
What we now need to do is teach her that it's a nice place even when Mum's not here.
Next, Marnie needs to learn to stay put, even when Rebecca's on her bed.
We'll swap round, so I'll watch you from the door. Get under the covers and see what happens.
If Marnie tries to snuggle in, Rebecca needs to be firm and send her packing.
She's deciding which way to jump.
Oh.
Right, so you need to tell her off, so...
No. In your bed.
That's it.
In your bed. Good.
And in your bed's good. That's it. Back to under the covers then.
And with a little perseverance, incredibly, Marnie settles.
She's having a dog nap at the moment.
Yeah, she's relaxing.
So that's you on the bed and her having a nap.
Good girl, Marnie.
For the first time in 4 years, Marnie's cosy in her own bed. But the real test will be Rebecca's resolve through the nights to come.
If you ever really just go, oh, I can't be bothered, and she stays up with you for the rest of the night, you come crashing down to stage 1 again.
Yeah.
I'll be back, so let's see how that goes. And really, it's down to you.
Yeah.
Hello. I'll be eating in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rebecca's had a really tough couple of years, and I really feel responsible for helping her out with that. And if I can do that, then that will make a big change to her life. But, do you know, I'm worried that Rebecca just craves Marnie's attention all the time. She's going to wake up in the middle of the night, need that attention, and just invite her up into bed again. It's all going to fall apart. Well, we'll see.
It's a new day, and Graham's getting ready for his next job. And this one's 100 miles away from home.
I'm in London this morning to see a territorial Irish terrier called Albert.
Albert's breeding could make him a huge challenge.
When I think about Irish Terriers, I think of the word feisty. Quick-witted, fast, feisty dogs. That makes them difficult to deal with.
Owners Jasper and Alexis only realised what a handful Albert would be several weeks after they'd bought him.
I looked into a little bit more about the breed, and one thing that came up on Irish Terrier, it says devil dog.
Leave it. Albert! Albert! Let go! Let go!
Terriers are hunting dogs, aren't they? And they're the ones that kill.
Fortunately, Albert only murders things that come through the letterbox.
Albert, leave it alone. If I hadn't got to this quickly, there wouldn't be a letter.
But Albert's genetic reflex to guard doesn't stop there.
Albert, get down!
Somebody knocks on the front door, he's first to it, he's barking. If you're trying to take a delivery from the front door, he's not happy. Don't you leave it. No! Scared of him now.
Pretty much every Friday we have a takeaway. He'll be pacing around. There's something in him that knows that takeaway guy is coming.
Just get it from the window, Jasper.
I'll bring him into the front room. I'll lock him out here.
Just get it from the window,
Right.
it's easier.
Albert, stay there.
Jasper, just
Albert,
get it from the
speak.
window.
Hi, mate. Could you pass it through here? Delivery. Thank you.
But this guard dog seems to be getting his instincts mixed up.
Albert. Albert.
He also attacks the family when they try to
Albert,
leave.
Albert.
When the boots come out, Albert starts to bark, and his bark is very loud. Just shut the dog up!
Albert, I can't. I'm going to work.
Throw him a treat, Dad!
Come on, Albert. Albert. So this is what I have to do to get out of the house every morning. And I'm absolutely sick of it. The only way I can manage that is to use the dog food and throw it into the floor. Because as soon as the dog sees me leave, the dog goes crazy.
Albert's anarchy is putting a strain on the whole family.
It's depressing. It's depressing for us. It's upsetting for me. And we do argue about Albert. And yeah, we don't know where to go from here.
Can Graham save this terrier from tearing this family apart?
Learned behaviours I can fix, and I do that all the time. But things that Mother Nature fixed at birth, they're really difficult.
Albert.
Yeah, he's a happy lad, is he? Right, oh, hello. Yeah.
Hello. He's all right, let go of him.
Is it? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that was quite a greeting. Okay. Well, tell me about your problems. I think I can see it, but...
Yeah, so it's territorial, it's people coming into the house, at the door, the aggression.
It feels like Albert's patrolling the area.
When he's doing all this stuff at the door, what do you do?
Well,
We shout at him.
Yeah.
We shout at him.
When I put my work boots on, he's barking at the door before I go out. It's actually a struggle to get out of the house.
Well, I think another theory, I need to see the practice.
I'll leave as I do every morning. Albert, it's okay. Albert, it's okay. Come on. He's like, go and get the food.
Yeah.
Albert, come on.
See, everything's
And then
fast,
to get
isn't
out
it?
of the house, I'll then leave.
That's the fastest I think I've ever seen anybody move from a stair to a door.
Not the best way to start the morning, though.
So while all this mayhem's going on, what are you doing?
Generally shouting to try and get Jasper to stop the dog from barking.
Right.
Yes.
So their answer to everything when he gets excited is to be excited themselves. If they're not calm, how could they hope that the dog will be? Okay, well, I've seen the problem.
Yeah.
You've made the frenzy worse because you're fighting fire with fire. Every time he gets excited, you just get more excited, and it's just all of this, you know?
Yes.
So he starts to get a bit angsty and he's barking and all the rest of it, and you throw a treat.
Yeah.
You're rewarding the wrong moments. That's not going to work.
Okay.
I noticed this on the counter. Tell me, what's that all about? Is that something Albert did?
Yeah, that was last night.
It's not hard to imagine if that was your hand, you'd be in big trouble, wouldn't you? And what you really need to do is to have a dog that doesn't go bananas at the door every time somebody knocks.
Yeah.
But the key thing is this: if we allow it to get worse and worse, one day, and we need to avoid this, we could get to that stage with a person.
Can Graham fix Albert's bad behaviour before it's too late?
I've got a plan to teach Albert that there's a line on the floor. Let's put this line down, and I need him to stay behind it. We're ready to rock and roll.
Albert needs to learn where to stay, so for training purposes, Alexis will knock on the door, then usher Albert behind his line.
You need to get in front of him. If he sidesteps you, just keep sidestepping until he goes, what? We then move in towards him. Now call this bit snow ploughing.
This will be reinforced with an instruction.
And I'm going to give you a command, and it's simply in.
And when he settles, Alexis needs to give him plenty of praise.
And if he gets behind the line, he's a good boy, nice and black and white.
Will Albert be able to learn a boundary for the first time in his life?
Let's try a knock on the door. Right.
Get back. Back.
In.
And
Then, good.
Good boy, Albert.
Good. Next time, make the body language do the job.
The key to success is repetition.
In. Back. In.
Don't move so quickly.
Good boy. In.
Good.
Good boy.
Oh, well done.
In.
After practicing for over an hour, Albert's learning his boundaries.
Let's call Jasper in and show him how you've been doing. Go knock on the door. Let's see what he does.
Has he understood? There's now a line he can't cross.
In.
Wait for it.
Good boy.
That's it. What do you reckon to that?
Fantastic.
I think it is as well.
After years of having no boundaries, Albert's learned his place in under an hour.
You've got homework to do, I'm afraid.
Yep.
My advice is this: carry on knocking on the inside until you've got it just perfect.
The eventual aim is that when a stranger comes to the door, Albert knows to stay back. This can't be solved in a day, but there's another deep-rooted habit that Graham's willing to tackle head-on.
Albert.
When Jasper tries to leave the house, it's utter chaos.
Albert.
Graham wants to bring order and teach Albert to let Jasper go in peace.
What we're going to do is see how far we can get putting the boots on before he does react.
If Albert does bark, Jasper will respond with a single clear command instead of shouting.
As soon as he starts to react, stand up and just say no or stop. When he simmers down again, we're going to praise him.
Jasper also needs to slow down how he gets ready.
Go for it, Jasper. Let's see what this looks like. That's it. Second boot. Oh, now he needs to.
Stop.
Take your time. Wait for it.
Stop. Stop.
Just sit down a bit more slowly this time. That's much calmer than normal already.
Albert's doing well, but Graham has a few pointers.
When he started to really test you there, your voice just started to go. You went from sort of stop to stop. And then the final thought, there are moments when you're forgetting to praise the good bit. He gives in and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
This time Graham's upping the ante, getting Jasper to leave the house entirely. But will Albert let him go quietly?
So look, a bit of whining. Good boy. Well done.
Stop.
Great.
Stop. Stop.
Well done.
Good boy. Good boy.
There you go. Boom.
Hey.
That was good, wasn't it? Love it.
For the first time in 5 years, Albert's behaviour at the front door has gone from chaotic to calm.
Amazing. He's Jasper hasn't been able to leave the house like that in whatever.
The results speak for itself. You just got to enforce it, and hopefully we'll be there.
You be good to your mum and your dad. Thank you very much. You've shown us some great progression today. This is, I think, the very best result I could have expected in one day's work.
70 miles away in Andover, it's bedtime for Rebecca and her Manchester Terrier, Marnie.
Good girl.
Graham's left them homework to try and fix their codependency by getting Marnie to sleep in a dog bed.
Go to your bed.
But it isn't going well.
She's got up on my bed, so obviously I'm just about to go and put her back in her bed. Come on, bed.
Rebecca may have got Marnie into bed, but will it last through the night? Morning has broken, but has Rebecca's resolve?
During the night, she must have got up 6 times. In the mornings, I let her come up. I don't know if that's a good thing.
By inviting Marnie into bed, Rebecca's only reinforcing their codependency.
Marnie, no.
What she needs to understand is that unless she clearly shows Marnie her place, this training is never going to work.
While Rebecca has more homework to do...
Come on, Marnie, your beds, come on.
Graham's been called to another case. He's heading east to rural Norfolk.
I'm here to see a little dog called Charlie. He's a chug. A chug is a cross between a chihuahua and a pug, both little dogs. The thing is, a little dog can be a big problem.
Vicky lives alone and got 3-year-old Charlie the Chug as a convenient companion.
Charlie, because he's quite small, so he is easy to lift up and pick up and carry around if I need to. Leave it. Cute. Oi, off.
But this little fella is becoming a big nuisance around the home.
Oh, Charlie, are you all right? Get off. He goes and sits by the hoover and he'll run around after it and bark at it. It must be horrible for my neighbours.
Inside the home, Charlie's an annoyance. But outside, he's downright dangerous.
Charlie is an absolute menace. What he does is he lunges out towards cars. He screams at them. He spins round on his lead.
Charlie.
Vicky's dad, 84-year-old Stan, helps look after Charlie when Vicky's at work.
He's part of the family. My little hairy grandson, this is, you know. Oh, God. Charlie, this is impossible.
But ex-soldier Stan also struggles with Charlie's fury on the footpath.
Oh, it's a nightmare. If 100 cars go by, he leaps at every one of them. That's why I've got this thing on. If he should snatch the lead out of my hand, which he's done a couple of times in the past, he's rather restricted. Come on, as to how far he can go. It doesn't do the street cred any good, you know, being governed by a little dog like this.
My dad is a little bit older now, and I am worried that Charlie's gonna have him over.
You're on edge with him when you take him out. It is quite stressful.
And I'm really worried he's going to end up, you know, causing a car accident, actually.
Let's play, come on.
Graham's keen to figure out what's causing Charlie's road rage.
Hello,
Vicky.
nice
Hi.
to meet you. Hi,
Nice
Graham.
to meet you.
This is my dad, Stan.
Stan, isn't it? Nice to meet you.
Great.
Pleasure.
This is Charlie.
So, tell me, what am I here for?
He just leaps out at all the cars. He spins round on his lead and shrieks at
Yeah,
them.
quite hysterical.
I really need to see this problem outside. I'm quite concerned about this accident waiting to happen. just show me what he normally does?
Yeah. So any cars that he sees,
Yeah.
he'll just run after them. This is pretty typical, really.
You're just here for the ride, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all a big game. He just loves to play chase. And he needs to know when to play and when to behave himself. I've seen you walking him. Stan, I need to see how you do it. If you want to cross over and we'll watch you from here.
Right.
Pull him.
He's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's a bike, you fool.
There was a cyclist went past then, quite a bit of speed, and he nearly had him.
Well, they
Hang on a
certainly
minute,
know
there's a
Charlie is.
big lorry coming in. I need to stop this. Right, whoa, that's enough. Okay, that'll do. I've seen all I need to see. I'm getting really nervous, Stan. Let's go somewhere safer and we'll have a chat. He's a lovely little lad. He's cute, and I think that's half the problem. So I don't think there's any discipline in his life. The problem is there is no control. You're playing
Agreed.
Russian roulette here. You know, it's click, click, and one day it's going to be bang.
I think we can take a bit of responsibility for that.
For 3 years, Charlie's been playing a potentially deadly game. Graham wants him to learn that chasing cars is not playtime, and he believes the key is teaching Stan and Vicky how to walk him properly.
Charlie just loves to chase anything that moves, and, well, that's just Charlie. The problem is that nobody has taken control, and they need to start to do that.
Charlie's current harness allows him to pull back for fun, encouraging his bad behaviour. But a front-fix harness will give Vicky and Stan more control.
Once you've got him attached by this, you've got a bit more direction.
Harnesses like this one can also be better for dogs like Charlie, as traditional collars can choke their delicate airways if pulled too tight. It's also important the lead's slack, so it's comfortable for Charlie and the person walking him.
The right length is, it's kind of J-shaped. The lead needs to be attached to it in a loose manner. It mustn't be tight. If they pull back and create a tug of war, then they've shot themselves in the foot.
When
So,
Charlie
as I'm
walks nicely
going in, he's gonna
alongside,
move himself
this
out
good
the way.
behaviour should be rewarded.
If you ever see a dog make a good decision, always praise them. Good boy, that's
A loose lead also allows Graham to send Charlie a clear message when he's tempted to go for cars.
So I can now use the harness, just to give him a little tug, and it's a bit like patting somebody on the shoulder, you know, saying, oi, pack it in, naughty.
Within minutes, Charlie begins to walk nicely, even when his favourite toy drives by.
Oh, good boy. Now, did you see that moment there?
Yes, he
went, no, I better not.
Oh, let's move him.
So you, like I said,
Starting on a
put the dog
quieter
the lead, and
road,
it's like,
Graham
great,
wants to see if Charlie will behave with
Give you the
Stan.
lead, Stan. So if he's not coming, just flick him forward, Stan. Don't hang around. Just go your normal speed. And again, that's it. He'll get it.
Walking somewhere quiet is one thing, but will a flick of the lead be enough to calm Charlie's road rage somewhere busy?
Stan, we're going to go over there and leave you to it. You up for it?
Absolutely. Come on.
Can Stan step up?
Good. So he's having a bit of a moment now, look. Look. You see, just there, he saw that car go past, he thought about it and went, oh no, I better not. No. This is great. I don't feel as though any time soon I'm going to have to run across there and rescue your dad.
Bad dog.
Stan's passed with flying colours. How will Vicky fare?
It's your turn, off you go.
Oh no.
What would crossing the
Good
road
boy.
be like normally?
A nightmare.
So this will be tricky. There you go, off you go. That's
Good
it.
boy.
Thank
Good
you.
boy. Well done.
That's
well
it.
Done. Well done.
Hey, this is good. That's it.
In just a few hours, Graham has broken years of bad behaviour.
It's amazing, you know, I really am impressed.
If you keep doing that, you're going to have a really well-behaved dog. Charlie has always been looking to Vicky and Stan for, well, a bit of guidance. Now, he's in control and he's happier.
Ooh.
Graham's back in Andover. Tomorrow he's returning to see Rebecca and Marnie and hopes to break their codependency for good.
I've got to say, this is one about the person, probably more than the dog. And by helping a lady with a dog, I'm helping her to move on in life. In order for me to help Rebecca, she really has to help herself.
But will Rebecca be able to cut those apron strings?
This is quite a test. Rebecca needs to create some separation. She needs to cut those apron strings. And there's only one way to do that, and that's follow the training that I've given her.
Graham knows Rebecca's bent the rules at bedtime,
Come on, Marnie.
snuggling up with Marnie in the morning. So he needs to set her straight.
So for now, it'd be good to say, look, that's your bed, this is mine, that's it, nice and clear.
With bedtime training back on track, Graham wants to push their independence to the limit.
We know that Marnie has been overprotective since Rebecca's separation, and I really need to see how this plays out in the real world.
Rebecca won't take Marnie into social situations because she feels she might go for people who come near her.
This is the biggest thing that I want to try and fix for Marnie. So I'm looking forward to it, but also apprehensive.
Graham wants to prove to Rebecca that Marnie can cope socially and manage perfectly well without her, even in a completely unfamiliar environment. Helping him put this to the test is Rebecca's friend Megan.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hello. The challenge is to see if Marnie can be without Rebecca and be comfortable around strangers. An impossible task only 3 days ago.
Why don't you leave the dog with Megan?
I'm going to actually go to the loo.
So let's do that. This is quite a test, and I want to know how Marnie reacts. More importantly, I want to know how Rebecca reacts.
Look
Off you go.
after her.
And I'm just looking to see what Marnie does. Oh, she's just waiting. Good, okay. Hello, girl. You all right?
Amazingly, being left with two relative strangers in a completely alien environment, Marnie remains calm.
This is kind of normal dog, isn't it?
But how has Rebecca coped?
Only looking in the general direction. There you go, Mum's back.
Good
That's
girl.
really good.
I was like, do I look back? When I went to the loo, I thought, no, just go.
She was watching you as you walked away. She relaxed a little bit and just sat down.
Oh, she wasn't that worried about me.
It's a huge transformation for them both.
I'm just shocked as well, so I'm not used to it. You know, she couldn't go outside my own toilet without crying the house down. A few short days later, she's sat in a pub with a stranger. She's come on really well.
The change in Marnie has revealed the way forward for Rebecca.
That just will give me independence from her, also her independence from me.
Yeah, I can see a really bright future for you and a much happier life together.
With the training going so well, Graham has one final test.
I found a chap at the bar called Jamie. He's going to walk up to the table for me and we'll see what happens next.
Marnie's relaxed, but has Rebecca.
Well, this will be interesting. Oh, here he comes.
Can I give her a biscuit?
You can try. She was a bit wary of people. She can take it? Oh, she is.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, she's eating
really
it.
Pretty.
Oh, thank you. She's very shy about people, though. Good girl, Marnie. Oh, that's a growler. Thank you. Ah, hey, you're back.
Yeah. I was
After
watching.
your little surprise.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
Did you
look.
like that?
Oh, yes. Yes. Not too bad, actually.
So, did you like Jamie?
Auditioning for a stepdad for my dog.
I think you did.
He was all right.
It's not that kind of programme, but I have to say, one day you could be in a pub with your friend and with the dog, right? And a nice hunky guy could walk in, and anything's possible.
Marnie and Rebecca have both shown they can be independent of each other.
Yeah, it makes me feel really optimistic for the future. It's really nice to see that her behaviours has completely changed. it's been really positive and really good.
Rebecca's learnt how to give both of them more independence. And you know, from here on in, I think she can just live her life.
6 weeks later, Albert is now letting Jasper leave quietly for work.
Very pleased with that. You've got a calm dog.
Marnie's finally letting Rebecca have some independence around the home.
Good girl.
And Charlie's given up his dangerous game on the roadside with Stan.
I'm absolutely amazed. Good boy.
In the casebook this week, Blue, a lab who will stop at nothing to be top dog at home.
Blue is an absolute thug and a hooligan.
She jumps up and down and says, Dolly!
Dolly, a pug cross with an appetite for destruction.
Really, she is the devil dog.
And Ernie, a territorial terrier who's turned his owners barking mad.
He will bark at everything and anybody.
All day long.
OK. Graham Hall spends his life coming to the rescue of dog owners in despair.
Yeah, good girl. There we go.
Ahead of a busy week, he has a chance to take his dog Lily for a walk.
This is lovely, isn't it? The stakes are high with my work because people search me out, usually when I'm the last resort. So it often means that if I can't fix it, that dog's going to get rehomed, or even worse, he's going to be put to sleep.
Across the country, numbers of small dogs are on the increase as they overtake larger breeds. And 2 of Graham's cases this week are little dogs that have turned into tiny terrors. His first one's in the Welsh valleys with owner Laura, to help her tame her destructive pug cross Dolly the Destroyer.
Dolly is a cross between a Jack Russell and a pug. A Jack Russell is a fox hunting dog, and pugs are companion dogs. Queen Victoria famously had them.
This particular jug is treated like royalty by owner Laura and spoilt rotten.
She has got this cutest face. But really, she is the devil dog. Dolly! Look at that mess! Don't give me that look. She will literally eat anything, destroy anything. Are you kidding me?
And it's when Laura leaves the house that Dolly's destructive devil comes out.
Dolly destroyed the carpet, so I found it was easier to put the wooden floor down, and she's destroyed that as well. Dolly, what's that mess? So at the moment, I think I'm on number 11 Sky remotes. Dolly just completely chews them.
But Dolly has more exotic tastes than TV remotes.
So Dolly has a fetish with ladies' underwear. She will get them out and she'll just sit and eat them, basically. Hello, girl.
Once Dolly's eaten everything in sight, it's only a matter of time before the inevitable happens.
You're naughty. Disgusting. It absolutely stinks, doll.
After a busy day ruining Laura's home, Dolly isn't pooped out. She's still full of beans at dinner time.
Up and down. Dolly! This is how I eat. I've got her literally in my face the whole time. I just feel like it's a constant struggle every time I try and have a meal. Right, forget dolls. Doll! That's naughty!
But it's not just Laura's dinner and home that Dolly is wrecking. Laura can't even have a lunch break with her colleagues.
I've changed my routine with work. I'll come home every day on my lunch. Oh, doll! I have to go home and make sure my dog hasn't ruined my whole house. Dolly has probably cost me over £2,000. The financial side of it is tough. Dolly, what is that? And it's just getting too much.
I'm really looking forward to today's job because it's the kind of upsetting problem that can make a big difference to people's lives when you fix them.
Can Graham fix this destructive dog before Laura goes broke?
Hello, you must be Laura. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
And you're Dolly, are you?
That is.
Troublemaker, right. So tell me about your problems then.
She literally destroys everything.
I used to have carpet,
Right.
but Dolly decided to constantly pull until it was completely ruined. So I ripped up the carpet, had wooden floor put down, and she's now ruined the floor as well.
So how old is this floor?
A couple of months.
I'm shocked to see the damage. And Dolly's done that in 2 months. That's incredible.
Graham's seen the damage Dolly can do when she's home alone, but how does she behave when she's got company?
This is how close she is constantly when I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
Like, she would have that.
Oi, trying to eat me biscuit.
That's naughty.
Graham wants to see how Dolly reacts around her favourite food, Laura's.
Oh, look. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Oh, now she's excited. Let's see what happens then. Right. Do you have friends round?
I used to have them a lot, but since I've had her, I don't even ask them round anymore. It's getting worse, not better, you know, so...
She just rewards that bad behaviour all the time. Really, she's treating this little dog like a little baby, and actually not in a way that you probably should treat a baby.
She also poos and pees
Oh,
still.
Delightful. And how old is she now?
She'll be 2.
Yeah, she should have grown out of that by now,
Yeah.
for sure. And that only happens when she's alone?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Laura comes back every lunchtime to check on Dolly, and it's about 4 hours. It varies from dog to dog as to how long you should leave them, but in Dolly's case, I wouldn't leave it any longer than that. But I don't think that's really the issue. I think it's more about she just hates to see Mum go. I need to see this problem, I think. Let's rig up some CCTV stuff so that we can pop out and watch her.
Mum's going out.
I've asked Laura to leave the house and just be herself. And I'm watching on this screen here.
Right, I'll be 5 minutes. Come, babes. No, you stay.
Grab a pew. So you can see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Over the next 10 minutes, Dolly paces the house.
She did look a bit anxious.
Tries to eat the cameras.
Cheeky monkey.
And disappears from view for a private moment.
Oh, where's she going now?
Moving. Oh.
What I would like to see, though, is what happens when you go in.
Oh, Dolly. Naughty girl, Dolly, yeah.
This is a classic case of separation anxiety, and I think, you know, Laura's overindulged Dolly, and that's created an overly attached dog. And if she doesn't stop spoiling her, she'll never fix the problem. I get that you love her, I can see that. In fact, I think sometimes you almost love her, if it's possible, too much. In Dolly's case, for her own sake, I think you need to stop her eating human food, right?
Yeah.
You're going to create a spoiled dog. And I think that's having a knock-on effect with your separation anxiety. The whole thing...
Everything come into place
is all connected. When you leave and you're fussing her when she's anxious, so that kind of sends the wrong signal. When you come back in and she sort of pooed on the floor, and I'm sort of watching you there, I can see that you told her off. Problem with telling them off after the event is they don't get it. All she knows is Mum sometimes is angry.
Okay.
She's going to be more anxious than ever before.
Right. I didn't know how upset she was being. So, yeah, that was quite a shock to me.
This is an impossible situation for Laura because the dog's getting worse and worse. This cannot carry on.
Before Graham works on Dolly's separation anxiety, he wants to tackle a key issue he feels is fueling her over-attachment. Laura allowing her to eat her food.
So, chicken sandwich on the go.
Yeah. Your favourite.
What I'm going to do is condition her that if there's food on the go, not allowed, got to be down there.
Okay.
For Dolly to learn this, she's moved off the sofa with a command and a light nudge.
So I'm going to gently move her off.
When Dolly stays down, she'll get a reward for her good behaviour, and it won't be Laura's food. It will be a dog treat.
If you happen to be on the floor, good girl, you get a treat. Good. How clever, girl.
Once Dolly understands her place, the treats will be replaced with praise.
Good girl. But there won't be treats all the time forever.
Can Laura break this cycle of dependence and stop giving in to Dolly's demands?
There's the chicken.
Okay.
So now you need to tell her to get off.
Off.
And then a couple of seconds, praise her. Good girl.
Good girl.
There's a treat. There you go.
Repetition is crucial to the message sinking in.
But now she did, right. Go ahead, tell her. Good girl.
After just 5 minutes, Dolly seems to be learning her place. But now for the big test. Will she stay down while Laura eats?
Why don't you have a bite of your sandwich? But watch her. I'll help you if need be.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. Good girl. Why don't you have a bit more of your sandwich? There it.
Will Dolly be able to control her insatiable urges?
Now as you're eating, she's actually taking a step back. Hey, this is great.
Good girl.
It's a success. For the first time in her life, Laura isn't giving in, and Dolly's okay with it.
She's learning some manners.
Graham can even have a bite to eat as well.
Why don't we both have a sandwich at the same time? This would be like you having your friends round. Oh, good girl. That's very nice.
It's a transformation.
Really, really good.
We haven't even given her a treat.
No.
Innit? It's
I've
like...
got one. She hasn't had a treat now for 4 or 5 minutes.
It's worked.
She could have done herself some serious damage. Foods like chocolate and onions and grapes could kill a dog.
Stopping Laura spoiling Dolly with food is only the first hurdle. They still have a much bigger challenge ahead.
Dolly!
Dolly's destructive separation anxiety.
Are you kidding me?
Which is costing Laura thousands.
That takes a long time, and that's one for another day.
But first, there's another little dog with a big problem that needs Graham's attention.
I'm in Southend-on-Sea in Essex to see, well, a little teacup Yorkie called Ernie. Yorkshire Terriers were bred in the 1800s to go catch rats. These days, really, they're just nice companion dogs.
But owners David and Karen wanted more than just a companion after their home was burgled.
Good boy.
We was in. We did feel that if we had a dog at the time, they would have alerted us because we didn't hear a thing.
And he's been on guard ever since.
He will bark at everything and anybody.
All day long. And it puts me on edge because he's on edge. Ernie,
calm down.
The aggression, it gets worse if they come.
And the closer they get.
Closer they get, the more louder he gets. And if they actually come anywhere near outside near the cars, then he's off. He's on one.
And Ernie doesn't just protect the house from people.
He destroys whatever comes through the letterbox.
Ernie, get out now, see? This is what I mean. Now stop. Look, you've put a hole in it, Ernst. Jesus. You bad boy.
Karen and Dave's plan for a doggy burglar alarm has seriously backfired.
The whole point of having the dog was to put my mind at rest a little bit, but it's made me worse.
Ernie's constant barking is bringing back bad memories of the break-in.
It's making me more nervous now because he's picking up on, oh, there's somebody out there, and I'm like, oh, are you a good person? Are you a bad person? It's not good. Something needs to be done now.
Can Graham bring an end to this tiny terrier's reign of terror?
Ernie, behave.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
All right. Hello. Nice to meet you. Right, shall we grab a seat? Tell me about your problems, though. Well, I mean, I think I've seen a bit of it, but...
Blooming barking at people. He does it all the time to everyone.
What you've got is a burglar alarm that's got a fault on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see how that would wear you down.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
He puts me on edge, and all of a sudden, I'll like, what you barking at? And he's looking at me and he's pacing, and I'm like, where? And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, I'm like, I'm going to do you in a minute.
I can see it's really affecting Karen, and that barking all day long just gets you down. So when he was a puppy, what was his behaviour like? Was he barky then?
No.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. And then all of a sudden one day he barked. I was like, oh, here we go. I went, oh, Ernie, you've got a little bark.
I don't realise they've encouraged it, but it's clear to me that they're all smiles and laughs and, oh, clever boy, you know. And of course, that just made the behaviour more and more. Normally, that's not so much of a problem. In this case, well, it's led it to spiral out of control. What I would like to see is how you react to it.
There we go. Ernie!
Oh, there we go.
Ernie! Come on, Ernie!
Hey! Shut up! Ernie, shut up!
I'm sure if I said to David and Karen, look, you're cheering him on, they wouldn't recognise that. But in fact, that's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, Ernst!
I think you've encouraged the problem. When he started to bark, he then realised, oh, you like this.
I like this.
Oh, your wish is my command. So careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
When he barks, there's quite a few things that you're getting wrong. What I'm seeing you do is shout a lot, impressive, but I think you've become a bit lazy. You don't actually get your backsides off that sofa, all right? Because what's happening when you bark, he's like, right, I've got to get rid of these people out the street, and if I keep on barking, they'll go. But here's the thing, if you're in the background just barking as well,
he thinks you're joining him.
You haven't got a hope of controlling it as long as he thinks like that.
Graham wants to tackle all this unwanted barking head on.
Right, we need to start work.
And give Ernie a place to go and chill, his bed. But with such ingrained behaviour, rewiring this little burglar alarm could be easier said than done.
When you're here, you shouldn't be barking at the window because you've got it.
The training starts with getting Ernie to pipe down when someone comes to the front door.
I'm sure you're dying to find out, how do we stop him barking?
And Graham has 3 clear steps. First off, show Ernie they want him to stop.
Ernie!
By getting up in front of him. This is followed with a firm command.
Stop. Go on. Let's just stick to stop.
And finally, a reward.
Oh, good boy. You're going to go there, eh? That's fine. Good boy. If he backs down, praising him when he's quiet.
It seems like a straightforward plan. But is Karen up to it?
Right, here we go.
Ernie!
Right.
Ernie, stop!
Well, that's it.
Good boy.
That's it. Now, the difference is you've gone over there and gone, I don't think so.
That is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they're only halfway there. Ernie needs to learn not to charge at the door and have a place to go and be quiet. His bed.
So we need a command for this.
Go and lay down.
Go and lay down. Right, so that's fine.
Some rewarding cheese reinforces the command.
So he starts to associate the action of getting into a bed with go lie down.
Right.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It does.
Go and lay down. Go and lay down. Go and lay down.
That's it. Good boy.
Good boy.
Ernie's following his favourite treat. But Graham has some pointers for Karen.
Your accent, your voice was a little bit flat. It was like, go lie down. I'm bored of this now.
Jeez.
Right?
Any particular accent you'd like? Go and lay down.
So for this, I do want it to be more than a request. What I want your voice to convey is happiness.
Go and lay down.
No, that's not you. You got to be yourself.
But that is me.
But you got to be.
When I say go and lay down. Go and lay down.
Well, that's better.
And practice makes perfect.
Right, you know what to do. Off you go.
Right, okay. Go lay down. Go lay down.
That's it.
Good boy.
The foundations are in place. But will Ernie stop barking and go to bed when someone comes to the front door?
This is a really hard test for Ernie. Can he follow all these new commands? And crucially, will Karen be able to put it all together? Ah, so somebody's coming, look. Oh.
Ernie, stop.
With strangers outside, will Ernie listen to Karen?
Go and lay down.
Wait for it.
Go and lay down.
Oh, well
Good
done, Karen.
boy.
Perfect. Absolutely spot on. Put it there.
Yay!
With Karen and David armed with the right tools to get their little burglar alarm in control, the future looks bright.
Fantastic. The end result is absolutely fantastic.
I'm so proud of Karen. She's picked up this training perfectly.
He wasn't the issue, it's probably us.
I think they're going to live a much happier and a much less stressful life together.
Master dog trainer Graham Hall travels thousands of miles coming to the rescue of desperate dog owners.
What I like about this job is that no 2 days are ever the same.
His next stop is a case of sibling rivalry in Birmingham. Recent retiree Marilyn lives alone with her dogs Ruby and Blue.
I've always had Labradors, and generally I find having 2 dogs is much simpler because they don't need so much attention, they're company for each other. And when Ruby's companion died about 18 months ago, I bought Blue. That is when the problems really started.
Marilyn had already had Ruby for 5 years when Blue joined the family. She hoped getting Blue would enhance her retirement.
I actually bought her thinking I'd have a nice life and everything would be nice and calm. Blue is an absolute thug and a hooligan. So it is becoming quite a chore actually. I've got very little life now.
In a bid to be top dog, Blue bullies Ruby and is constantly vying for Marilyn's attention.
Ah! Get off!
Which means being physically attached to her always.
Get down. Get down. I can't make a phone call without Blue jumping on me. I can't do any work at the computer because she's jealous. Stay. 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 No, that was stay. That means stay. Stay. No, Blue, you're not. Blue definitely sees me as hers. She doesn't like me to give any attention to anybody else. She's totally jealous. Oh no, Blue.
What's most distressing to Marilyn, though, is when bullish Blue becomes violent towards Ruby.
If I'm not with them, she kind of dominates Ruby.
She's even installed a CCTV camera to help her keep an eye on Blue's behaviour.
I can see her. She runs around the garden and she dive bombs Ruby and she's grabbing her back leg. And then she goes for her neck. And it's obviously because she's not getting attention. Pack it in! Pack it in! It's quite worrying because at some point this is going to get nasty because Ruby's obviously getting fed up of it and she's starting to growl back.
Luckily, Graham is on hand to help before the situation gets any worse.
When you introduce a new dog into your house, you're never quite sure how it's going to go. But if it goes badly, it usually means that one dog's going to be pushed out. And if there's bullying involved, somebody needs to step in.
Graham knows that with perseverance, even the most mismatched dogs will eventually get along.
Hello.
Hello.
Hiya, you must be Marilyn.
I am.
Graham.
Graham.
Nice to meet
Graham,
you.
your hands are freezing. Let's get
I know
you
we
inside.
are. Shall we?
Get you warm. Come
Thank
in.
you very much. Shall we grab a seat? Ruby. Oh, right, okay. Come on, off you go.
Get down.
There we go.
Get off.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
no.
You are lovely, are you? But no. So, she's climbing all over you then. Is that normal?
This is one of the problems.
Yeah.
You see Ruby, she's just like a lady.
Right.
But normally she'd be sat on top of Ruby or nipping at Ruby to keep her away from me.
So if she wants fuss from you, she comes, she climbs
she's not getting
all over you,
you,
as now.
Yeah.
So
she's not getting it, and she'll force her head under mine
right.
to make me kiss her. If I'm on the phone, you see, if I had my phone now, she wouldn't. She thinks there's a phone there.
Yeah.
This is what I have to put up with.
Right. So you can't talk to anybody else but me.
I can't. No. I tell you what does worry me when she jumps up with me. I've had some reconstruction
Okay.
after breast cancer.
Oh,
and I'm
dear.
worried to death when she jumps at me like that, and I'm sure I'm going to...
Yeah, something's going to go pop.
Yeah. So that's and last week I put my back out because
Right.
she jumped at me like a cat,
Right.
and I struggled to get her down and lift her down. So it's and she's going to get bigger.
What effect is this having on Ruby? Let's talk about her.
I thought that I was doing a good thing for Ruby, getting her a companion.
Yes.
And I'm thinking I would never part with Blue.
No.
But I am thinking I've done her a bit of a misservice because she's really pushed out. And you can see in her face now. She's like sat there like, what about me?
I think there's an element of Blue being possessive, really. It's like, it's my mum, you're not allowed. Me, I want to, you know? And it's not... You wouldn't allow it in children, would you? You'd call that a spoilt child and you'd say, no, I'm talking to your sister right now. I'll get to you in a minute, and things like that. But we often don't do that with dogs, and we end up with spoilt dogs. Come on, you two.
Graham now wants to see firsthand how Blue's spoilt behaviour can turn violent towards her sister.
So what normally happens when you bring them out?
What normally happens is Blue will start running at her.
Right.
Grabbing her leg.
Now this is it. There we go.
There.
And he puts Marilyn to the test by checking whether she's in control enough to get both dogs to the end of the garden.
I'll hold on to Ruby and then you can call her from a distance. Let's see what happens. Just go, she'll follow you. So, come here, Ruby. Hello. That's it. Right. So if you call Ruby to you now, let's see what she does.
Hello, Ruby. Come on, Ruby.
But Ruby is too frightened to even walk to Marilyn when called.
Yeah.
Ruby.
So, not only did Ruby not come, because she's like, I'd rather stay here with this chap.
Ruby, come on.
Blue thought she'd run at her. Go
Come
on,
on,
Ruby.
Ruby.
Go see your mum.
Come on. Come on, Ruby. Come on, Ruby. Biscuit.
Look at that. Look,
Biscuit.
bless her. She wants to go to her mum.
No.
But she's barking and not crossing an imaginary line because she knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Blue's going to attack her.
Biscuit.
Come on, Ruby. Go to your mum.
Come on.
Go on then.
Come on, Ruby.
No, I'd rather stay with you if you don't mind.
Come on, Ruby.
Before you had Blue, did Ruby just run happily to you all the time? Yeah, I thought
She
that
comes
would
to
be-
me straight away.
I know, and you're saying the magic word, biscuits, yeah.
And normally, that's like,
Yeah. It's kind of the combination of the dogs that has caused this, because what we've got is two very, very different characters. We've got Ruby, who's just a lovely, placid dog who would never stand up for herself. That's the problem. So she's kind of being a bit bullied, really, by Blue, who's made herself queen bee in the house, yeah? And there are times when we could say to people, well, look, you know, just let the dogs sort themselves out. It'll be fine, that's okay. But this isn't one of those cases. You know, Ruby is really suffering, I think, because of this. The effect on Ruby is the thing I'm worried about. Yes, this isn't a full-on attack. It's not like a fighting dog. But bless her, Ruby is just half a garden away from Mum, feels she can't come to Mum when Mum's calling her, even when Mum's got biscuits. And this is a Labrador, remember? And she just looks, well, depressed, frankly.
Graham needs to give Marilyn the tools to control Blue and rebalance the pecking order.
Yeah, we've got two issues here, inside and outside of the house, but they are very much connected. And I think there are loads of mixed signals. When she's climbing up on you, you quite literally become a pushover. So I think it needs a bit of tough love, but I think there's a clue there in that phrase, tough love. It is about love and dosing it out at the right times. And it means sometimes that you have to withhold it when she's being naughty. I think, and you're not going to like this, but there's an element where Ruby doesn't trust you anymore because it's like, Mum, you're calling me to you, but I'm not going to do it because Blue's going to tell me, you know? So
that's made me feel really bad that she's frightened to come to me. Oh, sorry, I feel really stupid now. The fact that my dog could be feeling, whether she thinks it's feeling that I'm not protecting her, I'm allowing that to happen to her, makes me feel really cruel.
yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I have to tell you the truth. Really, that's what's going on. And I suppose nobody wants to hear that, in effect, they've been a bad mum. So I think really that was the moment when she realised that, oh, OK, yes, you are right, I guess, and yeah, we need to do something differently.
So Graham starts by teaching Marilyn how to control Blue's behaviour inside the house. They begin with clear and firm commands on the sofa.
If you look like a pushover, which is how it was earlier, then you are, really. The dog's just going to go, oh yeah, mummy loves it when I walk all over her. So I need to just change that up. In a minute, I'll let Blue loose, and I need you to kind of hold your ground, really. You don't need to sit to attention. It's just, if she tries to climb up you, we need to tell her, no, that's not acceptable. Okay. What we're teaching her is, if you're a good girl, you can come and have a cuddle with mum. That's fine. But if you get a bit pushy, or you try and push your sister off out of the way as well, then you're off. So let's let her off. So there you go.
Blue.
That's it. But she's... No, if that's too much, you're backing off, look.
Yeah.
You're being a pushover.
Yeah. No. She's pushing against me. No,
yeah, she will. And let go. Let's not strangle her.
No.
So if need be, just get a collar and just go, come on, off you get, And if you have to stand up with her to do that, that's okay.
No.
That's it. And sit back again. Good girl. Let's do it again. So,
come on.
See, now she's not so sure. It's like, are you sure about that?
No, you're pushing now.
Too many words, just no.
No.
That's it. And let go, see what happens.
No.
Let go. Okay. Too much. Right, stand up, move her off.
Down you go. Let's do this properly.
Too much talking. Right? So, if you try again and pat
Blue, come here.
Oh.
This side, come here.
Oh, good girl.
What a good girl. Come on. Good girl, Blue. Oh, she looks so confused.
So temporarily she is confused right now.
Blue,
so do it again.
Come here. Good girl.
Go on then.
Up you come.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Oh, that's not... No, not in my face. No.
That's it.
No.
That's it. Wait for it.
No.
That's it.
No.
And then give her a chance.
Oh.
That's it.
Good girl. No.
Oh, well done. That was really clear. I like that.
Good girl.
After the third attempt, Blue seems to have got it.
We gave her just a couple of seconds to think, right? And she went...
She worked it out.
She did.
How clever is that?
It's good, isn't it? She's a clever girl. It's like... I used to think that people loved it when you walked all over them and stuck your mush in their face, but it seems as though they like it best when you just sit next to them and cuddle them. And what I'm going to suggest now is, so this is great, right? And I don't really want to mess it up, but with your left hand, why don't you just give her a little stroke and see what happens?
You're a good girl, Ruby. Wow.
How about
now,
that?
Normally she'd be sat on Ruby.
Yeah.
And pushing me out the way of her. Yeah. I'd have a real scrap on my hands.
So if you're clear and you let her know that this is acceptable.
This is lovely.
Yeah, it's more than acceptable, it's great.
This is fabulous.
So we've got two really calm dogs.
See, I could sit here like this. I could have a gin and tonic on my hand. I could have a movie.
Yeah.
Or I could have somebody here like you're here, having a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's not traumatic.
No, actually, you are quietly in control of it. But because of that, they can settle down. And that's what we're after.
I couldn't believe the change in Blue's behaviour so quickly, just by me changing a few of my commands and my body language.
Well, then off you go.
But by using these new techniques, can Marilyn remain in control in the garden? A place where an overexcited and jealous Blue normally lashes out at her poor sister.
Focus mainly on Blue here. So if she's naughty, I think it's important to go in, tell her very clearly, Blue, stop.
Yeah.
You know? Your tone of voice needs to be not shouty or nasty, but hey, I'm your mother, I'm in charge. Yeah. You know?
Blue, come on then. Blue,
That's
have
it.
some love. Good girl.
That's it.
Good girl.
Oh, that's super.
Good girl. No.
Now if you stop,
No.
let's see what happens.
No. No.
So push her off to the side, just gently.
No.
That's it.
No.
Surprisingly, Blue is calm and taking commands.
So now we've got you communicating clearly with them, and by the way, looking a bit more confident, you know. They're getting it. Okay, Mum's in charge.
I think if I take her down the garden and we'll see what happens
Let's
if
do
Ruby
that.
comes down.
I'm going to stay here, so you're on your own. Right.
Graham knows that if Ruby feels Mum Marilyn is in charge and can protect her, she'll be more likely to come to her when called.
Come on, Ruby.
Ah, what's Ruby doing now?
Miraculously, for the first time since Blue arrived, Ruby feels safe enough to follow her mum and sister when called. But will Blue resist the urge to bully Ruby?
Keep an eye on Blue, because if she does go for Ruby, you know what to do. Ah, good girl. Hello.
Are you getting brave, Ruby?
So Ruby looks a little bit perturbed as Blue came barrelling towards you, but she's like, oh no, it's okay. Mum's in charge. Mum knows what to do now. So I'm okay.
Ruby walked down the garden with me.
Yeah.
And she has never done that since I've had Blue.
This isn't magic. It might look like magic.
Yeah, it is magic.
No, it's not.
You're getting brave.
She's coming out of her shell.
You're getting brave. Really made my heart sing a little bit.
That's
I
nice.
thought, oh, she's like, oh,
Well,
you know, look
that's
at me.
That's
Yeah.
right. My plan all along for the outside exercise was to make Ruby happier.
Yeah.
But we weren't going to do anything with Ruby. The focus
Yeah.
was Blue. If Blue's under control and calm and happy herself,
Yeah.
Ruby starts to go, do you know what? I'm fine. Earlier today, if I'd have said to you, this dog is capable of controlling herself, you'd have probably said, I don't think you've understood.
Yeah.
We've got you communicating with them now in a way that they understand. So they've kind of gone, all right, so she got rules then. Oh, fine. And that automatically means that kind of you're in control in a nice way. Earlier today, we had, one dog who was ruling the roost. That was Queen Bee. And in effect, we've taken her crown off her now, and we've created a situation where Mum Marilyn is a lot calmer. Ruby is certainly looking a lot happier because at times she was visibly looking quite distraught, I thought. And in effect, I've given Marilyn a chance of a new start.
Bye-bye
now.
Bye. Bye.
It's approaching the end of the working week for Graham. But he still has some unfinished business to attend to in the Welsh valleys.
Dolly!
On his last visit, Graham taught Laura how to stop giving in to Dolly's demands at dinner time.
Off.
That's it.
But now he has a much tougher nut to crack. Her anarchic antics when she's left home alone.
Are you kidding me?
Laura needs to stop spoiling Dolly with affection every time she leaves for work, because if she doesn't, this problem's just going to get worse and worse.
When Graham observed Dolly, she had an anxious accident within the first 10 minutes. A classic sign of separation anxiety.
Morning, Laura.
Hello, you
How
okay?
are you?
Today, he wants Dolly to beat that 10 minutes without losing her nerve or going on the tear-up.
What we're aiming at here is teaching her, I go, I come back, it's not a big deal. We're desensitising her.
I go to work 5 days a week. How has she not got used to that?
Ironically, I think she has got used to something, but it's
the wrong
thing.
Okay.
Dogs often display signs of separation anxiety when owners first leave them, and Dolly is no different.
Last time, 10 minutes was all it took for Dolly to get excited and lose control, and bless her, she had an accident and weed and pooed on the floor. If we can get through those critical first 10 minutes, I'll know we're on the right track.
With the cameras rigged, the first thing Dolly needs to learn is when Laura leaves, she will return.
You'll be good, okay?
This begins with a calm exit.
That's it. A little bit of fuss. Yeah, come on, not too much.
No.
Don't overdo it. That's it.
Getting her overexcited will only fuel her anxiety.
Okay.
Then Laura quickly returns, being equally calm.
Hiya, doll.
This process is then repeated
okay?
in quick succession.
The only way we can desensitise her is to repeatedly send out the message, Mum goes, Mum comes back. But what you're doing is spot on, by the way, from what I can see, because you're nice and calm.
At the moment, I'm a bit like, this is kind of my routine anyway. I don't think it's going to work.
Laura may be sceptical, but Graham believes that Dolly is beginning to realise that she isn't being left for good. The next stage is to extend how long Laura goes for, starting with a minute.
Yeah, so she's looking at the door to see where you are. We're having a little sniff around. So before she gets up to too much trouble, if you pop back.
Hiya, doll.
The time is then extended to 3 minutes.
It's quite fun to watch her.
But will Dolly last 5 minutes?
That's good, you know.
Yeah.
The eventual goal is that Laura's able to leave Dolly all day without her destroying the house.
With Dolly showing great promise, Graham feels it's time to see if she can cope with a full 10 minutes.
The last time she was just going round and round,
Yeah.
winding herself up
Yeah,
and
yeah.
getting upset. And as we know, she had a wee and a poo.
But could this be a step too far?
You'll be good, okay?
Well, we're about a minute in. Not a long way to go yet. She's on the top of the sofa, but she's lying down.
Yeah.
We're now about 3 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
She's just woken up now, look. What's she gonna do? Because that's one of those moments where you go,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Is Dolly about to turn destroyer? Incredibly, Dolly settles down.
Well, she's asleep, as far as I can tell, which is great.
Yeah, definitely.
She's beaten the critical 10-minute goal.
So right now, she doesn't even look anxious at all.
No, she doesn't.
And she goes even further. After half an hour, she's still relaxed. It's a milestone moment.
The timer's just ticked over 30 minutes. That's
Yeah.
3 times longer than...
The more we thought. You can see that she's completely different.
I'm more than happy.
It's a huge improvement for Dolly. She's smashed that critical first 10 minutes and beyond. Just days ago, Dolly couldn't be left without leaving a dirty mess or going on the warpath.
Dolly!
But now, with the training in place, she's certainly moving in the right direction.
You got work to do.
It'll be worth it, to carry on and know that she's happy when I leave.
I'm really relieved that we've managed to show an improvement today, because separation anxiety is difficult. As long as Laura does the homework, we'll see some big improvements.
Each of Graham's cases has presented their own unique challenges. 2 weeks on in Southend-on-Sea, Ernie's still listening to Karen's commands, and they're investing in an external post box.
Good boy.
In Birmingham, Marilyn has 2 labs living happily together and is now finally enjoying her retirement.
Thank you for all your help. I'm keeping up the good work, and greatest thing about this is Ruby's found her place in the pack and she's got her confidence.
And in the Welsh Valleys, Laura's able to leave Dolly for several hours without any damage to her home.
Doesn't seem to be any poo or pee. So yeah, so far so good.